We are live. I'm going to go check. Hopefully it's all working well. But I am Caroline Antonia, and I am joined with the latest rebel to win the Business Buzzword Bingo at our networking event, which, by the way, is happening again tomorrow. So get yourself on there. And so this is the fabulous Zadie, and your business is so cool. Like, I've not actually had a Celebrant before. So can you tell us all? Oh, where is it? Are we live? What? I can't.
It says live in the top.
It says live. It says live, but it's not. I can't see us on my page, although the page says live. So let's give that a. Oh yes. Oh wow, we're live on the story. How exciting!
Oh,
new tech. Right. Let me double check. Can I go anywhere? Let's have a look at the channels. Let's go look. Double check. All right. So, oh, Facebook. Yeah. Let's try there as well. Save. So fabulous. We are live. We are streaming. So Zadie, tell us what a Celebrant is. I mean, I'm sure people know, but we're just gonna double check anyway.
Yeah, loads of people don't, and that's half of my job is sort of going around and telling couples that I exist and that this is an option for them. But essentially, I'm a wedding celebrant, and I, like most of other wedding suppliers, get to know a couple and what they want for their day, get to know about them, their vision, and then bring that to life for their wedding ceremony, which normally is the main event of why people are brought together on a wedding day, but often gets overlooked as just the bit that happens before the bar opens. Because a lot of people go with registrars because that's what venues tell them, or what their parents tell them, or what they just know is the right thing to do. And that is because that is the only legal way to get married in this country without religion. But I offer a celebration. So I often break up marriage, which is the legal side, which you can get done as a 2-witness thing for 50 quid down the registry office. And then that allows you the flexibility to have your ceremony your way on your wedding day, to celebrate with all your friends and family in the way that you want to.
Okay. So how did you decide to do this then?
So I used to be an actor, and then I've done sort of 12 years in the event management industry. So I've done live events for families, children, corporate, all the different sorts of worlds that there are. And then we got married in 2021, myself and my husband, and my colleague and friend was a wedding celebrant, said, have you thought about it? No. Had him. It was the most amazing day. Everyone laughed and cried. It was so personal. Everyone, really from the beginning, it set the tone for the day. You can drink in the ceremony if you have a celebrant. So none of this waiting until afterwards. It's much more fun, much more flexible. If you're running late, the celebrant waits. They're not rushing off to another one. I only ever book one couple a day. So it's quite exclusive. It's just a really different feel and a different service. So I had a celebrant, and then my friends after that asked me to be their celebrant. I was like, yeah, sure, I'll give it a go. Absolutely fell in love with it and thought this is what I meant to do. And train.
I love that. It's definitely the right kind of business for rebellious business, because it is rebelling against the norm. Like, I love that. Oh, that is really, really cool. So what is the problem what's the problem that this business solves then?
I mean, it's literally that, having a boring wedding ceremony, or having, part of your day that goes so quickly as it is, having 20-30 minutes of your day boring. Your guests are looking at their watches, ready for the bar to open, and it doesn't feel like you. I solve that problem. I make your day start earlier and, set the tone for the whole day from that beginning bit, and create something that feels personalized, unique, and unforgettable to you, for, memorable for the rest of the days.
Nice. And do you find that you get like a specific kind of like couple, or like who is normally attracted to you?
Yeah, so I'm a lot younger than your typical celebrant. A lot of celebrants tend to be sort of in their 50s, a bit older in life. A lot of celebrants tend to have done maybe funerals as well as weddings, and that's how they found their way into weddings. I just do weddings. I just want the fun. I just want the good time vibe. So I tend to attract a younger couple, a couple who maybe just want to have fun. That's their main element, but also want to do it in an authentic, real sort of way, heartfelt way. It's not a joke. It's not. I don't tend to go for sort of that quirky or alternative. That couple doesn't tend to go for me, because there are a lot more celebrants who are much more that vibe, who are very much more, in that area. For me, it tends to be traditional couples who just want to have fun. So sophisticated.
You're definitely Cyndi Lauper, right? Like she is your business. What's it like? Roll call, whatever. I don't know what it is.
Yes,
Have you got any? What has your favorite gig been? Has anything wild happened?
Or
any really interesting requests?
I did have a request once. It never actually went through, but I had a request to dress up as like a pixie, an imp, and have a forest wedding, which I was totally on board with. As much as I say people aren't attracted to me who are quirky and alternative, I'm up for anything. I mean, I've dressed up as, all sorts when I did kids' parties. So I'm happy to dress up as whatever you want me to be. That didn't happen in the end. So that they didn't go ahead with the wedding. So that didn't happen, but I'm still waiting for something that cool to come along. One of my favorite things is dogs. They always say don't work with dogs and children. I love both. So there was a wedding where we had a dog ring bearer and she was just so cute and she did perfectly. So the dog went fine. And then about 10 minutes into my ceremony, a kid just went, "When is it going to finish?"
Classic. Yeah, never work with dogs and children, but that's great.
Yeah,
that's great. My friend got married last summer, and when she had her kids there as well, and when they did the "You may now kiss the bride,"
was like,
she was so traumatized and devastated. Like, no, it's horrible. She hated it, but they looked absolutely stunning. It was so beautiful. And I think the other one, she was a little bit younger, and it's just a bit wild. I love dogs as well, so I would 100% have a dog for my ring bearer. We've got a couple of people tuning in live. So you guys, if you are watching live and you've read the caption, you thought, what's a registrant? Not a registrant, sorry. What's a celebrant? Zadie's a celebrant. She'll marry her. She'll marry the two people on here right now. Just if you don't want to marry each other, I'm just kidding. Is there something that everyone needs to know about celebrants in general or individually?
Yeah, I think the main thing is that as much as your wedding supplies and everything else you pick for your wedding is unique to you, your celebrant is unique to you. So I always say to people who I have calls with, have a chat with at least a couple of celebrants, get the right person for you, because it's such a personal thing. The way I am a celebrant will be completely different to someone else, and their process will be different. So definitely find the right person for you, check out what their process is and that you're going to enjoy it. And have fun with them, because otherwise it can be quite onerous. Like, you have to put quite a lot of work in, you have to, answer a lot of questions, divulge quite a lot of information, only anything you're comfortable with. But the right celebrant will make you feel comfortable to share those things, so that they can get underneath your skin a little bit and bring out the best in your ceremony.
Is it mainly referrals? Like, is it always people or people like people who know who know them, like people who what I don't know what I'm trying to say.
I think I know what you're saying. Referrals is a big part of it, definitely. A lot of people I get through referrals, maybe from other celebrants, if they can't do a date and say, we know this person will be right for you, or through planners or venues who I've got to know, and they go, this would be a perfect matchup. So yeah, it's because it's such a personal thing, it does have to be a bit more matched up than, say, your florist or your food catering. You don't actually have to get on with that supplier.
Yeah, of course. Someone sort of reading your vows or sharing your story you've got to really like their personality, whereas everyone knows chefs are usually really angry. Listen, he's really talented, but he's got a temper. I've worked in a few kitchens in my time and they've always been very shouty, so I wouldn't mind it if my chef was annoying and not someone I liked, because I'd be probably really good.
Exactly. Horses for courses.
Yeah, exactly. I think this is such a fascinating and amazing business idea. I find, and what was interesting as well is that you've got it sounds like a community of celebrants. Is that right?
Yeah, I've built that up. I'm quite proud of the network that I like to have, a really nice local network, and I'm very much about collaboration over competition. I think, especially with our business, that if you can't do their date or you're not the right celebrant for them, it's not like they're going to come back later and repeat business. It's
a one and done type thing.
And I think we all care, anyone who works in the wedding business, most of us care. We really want it to go right for that couple, their special day. So if I can't do it, if I'm not the right person and I know who is, I would never gatekeep that, because I think that couple deserves the best of their day, you know, in the non-cheesiest way. It's true.
Yeah, I agree. That's a lovely perspective. And I imagine as well, like that you must have lots of connections in like other areas like caterers and entertainment. Is that right?
Yes, yeah, definitely. And that's, again, build your network. And the more people you work with on a regular basis, the better sort of relationships that will come out on the day for the couple. Like if you work well with a photographer, that's going to come out in the way that you communicate, the way that, for example, I then know where to stand for that photographer to get the best.
So have you worked with the same people more than once? Like, is there?
I have done. It does change. It does change. It depends on the venue, the couple, what sort of vibe they're going for. It does change. But there have been a couple of times you do start to look forward to, oh, I'm working with them again today. That's a good.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, I would really love that. I'd really love like to feel just a community vibe in my wedding. During my wedding, not even engaged. I don't even. Can I get married to myself? Can I do that?
Yeah, people do that. People.
No,
I've never done that, but I've definitely read about it.
Oh my goodness. Well, I am in a relationship. I went a really long time without being in a relationship actually, and I was going to have like a single party to celebrate my duration, and then I ended up going and getting a boyfriend, which is he ruined me celebrations. But I would have, if I'd have known, I would have 100% got like a celebrant and just thrown my own own solo wedding. And you know what? I might do, because
no compromises that way, is there? Then it's your 100%.
Oh my God, that would have been amazing. That is so brilliant. And that is so rebellious. I absolutely love that. I think that needs to be brought up. There's so many people have like troubles like finding love and or finding the right person. And I also know, like, you know, there's couples that aren't traditional, and like there's like lots of different dynamics where just a religious wedding is just not going to cut it. And they want to have like an alternative. I am fully on board.
That's a new service for me right there. We've bounced around an idea. That's a new service. I'm going to add it to my list.
Perfect. I love this. Solo weddings.
Yeah,
like,
why not?
Single celebration and like throwing a party to celebrate singledom.
Yeah.
The best part about that as well is like you don't have to be lumbered with the wedding prices, because they are so expensive.
I know. And that's the thing. That's another thing. People think you say wedding and it adds on cost. For me, my cost is obviously I only do weddings at the moment. But if I was to do a single thing or a vow renewal or whatever it is, it's the same cost. My cost is my cost.
Nice.
Other than travel, obviously, and accommodation, but if needed. But yeah, I found that with our wedding day, we told a taxi company we just needed it was an executive taxi car, a lift to this place, and it was our wedding. And it wasn't until 2 weeks before that the guy clocked and went, "Oh wait, is this for a wedding?" He said, "You should have told me that." I said, "Oh, why is that then?" "Oh, well, it's a different service." "How is it a different service?"
Yeah.
So you do have to.
Did he charge you extra?
He didn't in the end. He couldn't, but he said, "Oh, I won't be able to put a ribbon on." And I said, "That's fine. I don't need a ribbon."
Yeah, exactly.
But so I think you do have to be a bit smart. Although some suppliers, they do need to know it's a wedding, because some suppliers it will be a different kind of service.
Sure. But it does, everything just cranks up for weddings. Although I don't know, I get the sense that won't be able to last, because like people struggling with like weddings. They're so expensive. Like
buyers are getting smarter as well. They're researching and they're getting smarter, and they're clocking onto these things and saying it's a party, or doing their registrar bit before and then just having a party.
I mean, that's a really good point actually. Like do you feel like in some ways, if you frame your wedding like a party, it enables you to save money as well? So this is a bit of a savvy move as well as like a rebellious one.
Exactly. It's trying to beat the system, right?
I love it. It's just it's a party. I love it. Beating the system for a party instead of a wedding. Yes. Brilliant. Yeah, because you can have your wedding like with some get it legally done and all that jazz, and then go have a party. Exactly. Oh, I love it.
Exactly.
Save yourself 20 grand. Perfect.
Put that on the honeymoon that you're not going to have because it's not a wedding.
Yeah, amazing. What a great service. So have you got any final, okay, so we got the rebels watching, they kind of know, they're probably now like familiar with what a registrar, I keep calling you registrar, a celebrant is. Like, you've kind of done a great job of introducing that and giving some ideas, but like, what would you like to get like, would you like to fill up your summer with clients, or is there a specific client you would like to get? Like, what would you love? Like, if someone's watching this, who would be the ideal person to reach out for you, or who would you like? Tell me about who you'd love to connect with more.
Yeah, that's a really good. I think this summer I'm doing okay. Next summer onwards, obviously, yeah, filling out a bit more. But I think for me, it's around, again, that network of people that can help with things like the things I spend most time on, like my social media. It's like I love social media. I know that I have to do it, but it's like any tips or tricks to make that smoother and simpler. I spent a lot of time on marketing who my ideal client is, and I'm very clear on that. But actually doing the social media every month is a bit of a nightmare. And I'd rather spend more time on my couples and finessing all of that. So I guess building things like the everyday business side of things would be great to connect with. But also
like network with more people, really.
Yeah, I think so. I think sometimes working on your own can be quite, unless you're at a wedding in the week, it can be quite sort of lonely and isolating. I'm a massive collaborator. So again, even anyone else who's dipped a toe in the wedding industry, who is in the wedding industry, anyone who likes to do things a bit different and goes, oh, I've had an idea. Yeah, anybody really. I just love working in collaboration with people. So anyone who's got any ideas for me.
That is so great. I should have asked you, actually. I always like, because a big part of what our rebels want is clients. They really do want to get clients more, and we really try and cater to that. But a lot of the time it's just connections with people that are like sort of like-minded. And so I should have said, like, what do you want to achieve? So we've given the links for people that might be wanting to get a Celebrant next year. It sounds like you're doing amazing because you've already got a nice chocolate block summer, but I guess you're just open for chats, like open for collaboration and connection. We also really advocate for that. Like, if you do get a collaboration, if someone reaches out or if you make a connection, share it with us, because we will share it on our social media as well. We really care about like giving you guys exposure and like helping you reach an audience. And this is just another version of how we do that. Just through you winning bingo.
Yeah, it was so much fun.
I'm glad. Are you going to get tomorrow?
I'm not able to make it tomorrow. I've got a couple call, but I will hopefully be at the next one.
Woohoo! Okay. That's like not a fair question. I was like, no, I got a hair dressing up.
Getting the perm, not.
yeah, getting unpermed maybe. We spoke to before the call. Zadie's recently had a hair perm, and I was like, oh, I'm someone who has naturally curly hair, and I was like,
I thought it'd be easier.
Why would you inflict that on yourself? Look, straight-haired girls are always jealous of the curly hair girls. And I'm like, yeah, until you have the routine. Until you have the routine, which only looks good on day one.
Careful what you wish for is the takeaway. Careful what you wish for is the takeaway.
Yeah, careful what you wish for. So how long have you got left till it grows out, do you reckon?
Oh, I don't know. It's probably about another 6 months, I reckon.
Is it like straight and then curly?
Yeah, which I don't mind. On, like you say, on day one, it's lovely. It's beach waves. It's really nice. But then day 2, day 3, it's like this. And I'm like, well, I might as well just not bothered.
Yeah. Yeah. Sorry. I feel bad because sometimes my hair looks glorious and it's very what's the word? Deceiving. Because most of the time it literally just looks like I've been dragged through a bush.
Well, straight hair looks like that for me as well because it's flat and fine. So I mean, I guess one day out of however many is fine.
Yeah, I know. Fine. Okay. I guess we should all appreciate what we've got. I think that's the moral of the story. And also for any rebels who would love to connect with Zadie, you've got her social media in the description, and you have got her wedding, her site as well. You can find her at ceremoniesbyzadie.com, and on her Instagram also ceremoniesbyzadie. And she's looking forward to hearing from you and knowing anything you are wanting to talk about in regards to weddings and celebrants and that industry. So yeah, and also if you do connect with Zadie, let us know because we will share it on our Instagram and we will give you some exposure as well. Any last words, Zadie?
Just really what an amazing network to be a part of, and what a lovely way to do it with fellow rebels. I'm really excited to be a part of it, and just thank you for the time.
You're welcome. It's been flipping delightful. I love doing this. So that is us over and out, and I'm going to end the stream. Hopefully, I always get a bit nervous when I end the stream in case we don't. So I'm going to press end, and hopefully